Curtis Ellis. What is up, my bro?
Yeah, Mark.
Dude, it is so good to see you, man. For the folks that are out there, we got Curtis Ellis on the show, folks. Are you are you hearing a little bit of a echo? Am I getting the echo?
It's good on my end.
Oh, okay, good. Dude, look at the chat. It's blowing up. There are some people that want to say hi to Curtis Ellis for sure. One in particular guy I do want to say is up here. He is saying, "What is up?" And he misses you. It is Mr. Uncaged MTB. Says, 100% stoked to see Curtis back.
Yeah, Joey.
Dude, welcome back, bro. For the folks that don't know Curtis Ellis, Curtis, kind of take folks through a little bit of your background to where you were and where you are now.
How far do you want me to go?
Let's just go back to the spy days.
Yeah. So, took a bit of a 7-month hiatus from sunglasses. Previously with Spy and Bolle brands. And worked with a brand called Caddis that makes by far the best, readers in the game. And about 4 months ago, I really just started getting the itch and wanted to get back into performance, eyewear, sunglasses, and an opportunity came up to join the 100% team. And now I'm kind of overseeing all things eyewear, so sunglasses and active lifestyle sunglasses for the globe. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's a great brand, great people, and tons of opportunity. So
That is crazy for the globe, folks. For the globe.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving, but it's good. I think I got a pretty good handle on all the different markets around the globe. With my time at Bolle Brands, I was overseeing a few different countries, but really tied into the European market as well. So I feel like I've kind of gained my MBA in what I'm doing through experience, and the position that 100% has for me, or had that I filled. It's just tailor made to me and my personal passions and my profession as well. So
Man, dude, I love it, brother. It's good to see you back on this fun mountain bike side of things for the glasses. It's so rad. For the folks who don't know, I actually met Curtis at Vail Lake. We were riding Velocity. I saw Curtis. I remember seeing you and Parker, your son, going down the jump line, and I just remember just hooting and hollering for you guys, like seeing you send and then seeing Parker send, and then turns out I show up in the parking lot and we're doing the after ride beers. And I look to my side. I'm like, there's that dude that was with his son. I'm going to offer him a beer. And then started a friendship, which is amazing.
beer is if you ask my daughter what the best beer is, she'll tell you it's cold, it's free and open. And the pathway to my heart is through a nice cold free beer. So
yeah, I'm so stoked I offered you that beer that day, bro. And not only is Curtis the head global guy for eyewear at 100%, but he is a shredder on the mountain bike. If you want to go back and look at the episode or listen to the episode that I had Curtis Ellis on probably a year and a half ago, and we really talked about his past with mountain biking, racing, coming from Utah to Southern California, and the whole family. And yeah, he's definitely a writer for the writers type of guy.
it's almost a problem. I daydream constantly just about riding. So.
Dude, a couple people that want to give shout outs. Obviously, Uncaged MTB Joey is out there, but check this out. Trail dogs are in the house. What's up, Curtis?
Cheers,
Right,
Trail dogs.
right there. Cheers, boys. We got Uncaged MTB in the house for sure. We have Brett Hall, owner of a clothing company called Unspoken. He is here too. And maybe you guys may have known each other back from the snow days. Brett used to be a pro snowboarder for like 14 years coming out of Utah. So it's possible that you guys, possibly
Maybe.
cross paths at some point.
Probably at some point, depending on the mountain. If it was Snowbird, I'd probably pass him in the tram lane at some point. So.
There you go. There you go, Brett. I bet you anything, man. This dude must look familiar. Put some goggles on him, and I'm sure you'll recognize him. Ride with Kiefer. What's up, Andy? The sender out of San Diego. He is in. He says, Summit. He's out there grilling right now. And it sounds like some cool stuff going on this weekend, Curtis. There is the YT ride on Saturday. They're doing like a Shred for Cancer fundraiser, which is cool.
Awesome.
A lot of folks are going to be there. I think Steve Caballero is going to show up. Joey Yates, Uncaged MTB, Brett Hall. Yeah, man, a lot of people are going to jump onto that one.
Nice. Such a good cause, too. That's awesome.
Yeah, very, very good cause. And then speaking of good causes, 100%, man, on their Abouts page, folks, if you want to check that out, dude, I had no idea that they were throwing down PPE for a lot of the healthcare providers during this pandemic and beyond. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think every eyewear brand that I know of, which is most of them, did some sort of donation to folks on the front line, in hospitals and emergency rooms. And to me, COVID brought a lot of things. I'll just leave it at that. But one thing it did is it really unified the globe to help in a big way. And it's I hope we don't lose sight of that, since we're kind of post COVID now. And it blew my mind the amount of brands and companies, even outside of eyewear, that stepped up to help out in any way they could. It was pretty magical. So.
Yeah, it's cool to see everybody kind of pull together for a good cause, which is awesome. Man, the chats are still coming in, bro. You got a ton of people that are here to see you. We got Rick, EMTB Adventure says Greer, Sunday early AM, throwing down.
I might be there with you. Yeah.
There you go. Rick's a shredder, man. He's awesome and fast. He would fit right in, Curtis, with the local knowledge. Blair, Coach Blair is here. He says, "What up, Trail Dogs?" Trail Dogs is putting out something that says, "That's awesome, guys. Greer will be cool this Sunday and YT Mills. I missed riding there. If I wasn't out of town, I'd be there." Yeah, dude. Spokesman MTB from Northern California. He's on. He says, "Howdy, everyone. Welcome." Dude, you got producer Deb on the line out of Rancho Cucamonga. She's in. She says, "Let's go." We got Boise, Idaho with Burrell Bikes on the line.
Nice.
Yeah. You know this gentleman, Adam Mock, one of the YouTube celebrities, is on the show tonight. Made it just in time. Legend. Yes, my buddy Jeff from San Diego. What's up to the Del Martian? Says, yo, Ava and Jeff are in the house. Dude, Ava is a shredder as well. His daughter, so good. So dude, so let's get into where you are now, bro. This is literally what, your third day on the job?
Yeah. Third day on the job, back to commuting, and an hour and a half each way, and catching up on my podcast, which is funny that I'm here with you now. And it's good. I don't miss the traffic, but I like the, working at home, out of home, remote 100% of the time for those 7 months. I learned I really miss getting home from work and having the separation from work. Just walking out of my little office here and being off of work was a big challenge, to be honest, to shut it off. So I'm stoked. I'm super stoked. I mean, there's great eyewear brands, most of them are great, but when I took 7 months to really boil down in my life what's important to me, the work-life balance, and it left a really short list of brands, because I want to stay in eyewear. I absolutely love eyewear. And it was a very short list of brands that I really wanted to work with. And, some of my colleagues and competitors, to be honest, from my Oakley days back in Utah, one of them reached out to me just out of the blue through LinkedIn and said, "Let's talk." And it transpired very quickly, and jumped on the opportunity. So yeah. So.
Wow. Yeah. Last that I remember, Caddis, you were gone to Caddis, and it was like, oh man, Curtis is getting out of the game. He's going into the eyewear over there, like more reading glasses style. And none of us fit the demographic really, but kind of, sort of. We're getting closer.
You're just in denial, Mark. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Where are you? I can't see you. I can't hear you. And then I just text you out of the blue. Was like, yo, bro, just check it in, man. Hope you're well. And you're like, I'm coming back to the fun.
I'm back in the game. Let's go.
Back in the game. And I love it. I love it. Spokesman MTB saying, eyewear. Heck yeah, man.
Ooh, nice.
He does.
We need a shirt that says that. That's a good one.
Eyewear. Burrell Bikes. Can we talk about how incredible that mustache is? Absolutely. Look at Curtis Ellis's mustache. For the folks that are on iTunes and Spotify, you need to pull up the YouTube and check this thing out. It is clean. It is good.
Dude, so sales got tough for a minute, and I decided that we needed to change the like mojo around. So I shaved my mustache a few months ago, and
What?
it's taken so long to grow back. It's finally getting like good again, where I can give it a little texture and manicure and shape. So yeah, I'm glad it's back.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Colorado Kid is in here. Another YouTube celebrity says Curtis has a pretty excellent mustache. I'll be the first to admit it.
I don't know. There's some competition right there.
Some stiff competition. Colorado Kid's mustache and Curtis's. Good Lord. You can't have you guys both on the same screen at the same time. It's just not be fair. Not be fair.
There's not enough room.
Not enough room. Exactly. There's not enough room. Okay, here we go. Let's I'm gonna pull up the 100% site because for the folks that have known this story as it goes through, Curtis was with Spy in the past, and Spy does offer some great products. The goggles and the glasses and things. But really, this is saying both companies are great, but there's room for everyone. And there's going to be some differentiation on 100% for mountain biking that we can really dive into. And Curtis, I'm going to pull up the technology side for 100%, if that's cool.
Yeah.
And folks,
you can teach me about it, Mark.
Yeah, I did do some reading on this. Okay. As we break it down here, as you all know, 100% has like full on the whole line. I mean, God, you guys got gloves, the helmets, the jerseys, the eyewear, the goggle, everything. And what we're going to go into here is a technology called the Hyper. And Curtis, can you teach us a little bit about what is the Hyper? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, hyper, just spelled differently. So Hyper is 100% proprietary lens technology. What it is contrast and color enhancement. So it's obviously important to have great contrast attributes to a lens, especially when you're doing any sort of sport where you're performing it at your best you could do, 100%. Mm-hmm. And I guess for this crowd, I'll boil it down to mountain biking. You're in and out of shadows very quickly. There's rocks, there's undulations in the ground, and you can't have blind spots. You really need to be able to pick up undulations and see through the shadows to be able to, perform your best and not have something little shark fin or something come out and take you out. So Hyper is 100% proprietary lens technology.
Got it. And for the folks that are watching this on YouTube right now, what we have here is an illustration on what a standard lens looks like side by side with a hyper lens. So I'm going to drag this over here. You can see that this rider is approaching this rock garden, and I have it dragged over to standard lens. And then now I'm going to drag it so that we can see the difference with hyper lens. So you can see how much more crisp that is. That's what would you say, increase in contrast for sure?
Contrast and color. So greens, reds, blues, RBG, red, blue, green, is essentially the most important colors in the visible light spectrum. So when you're creating a sunglass lens, it's kind of like a recipe where you're putting in a little bit of this color, a little bit of this color, a little bit of this color, and your goal is to make red, blue, and green really pop. If you think about trees, they're green, grass is green. You really want to see, true color, but you want to enhance those colors so that when you're going in and out of those shadows, everything is, not just clear optically, but also removing any sort of shadowing and things like that happen through the vision.
Got it. And you can see this. I'm going to drag it back again for the standard lens. Check out the rock garden and look at how it kind of dulls some of the rock garden's definition. And then when you slide this thing over for the hyper lens technology, you can see how much more crystal clear that is, which is huge, especially when we're hitting these things and you have like a tenth of a second to kind of read the line, which is great. And then we're gonna cruise down a little bit more. This is a thing called peak polar, and this illustration of these three pictures here definitely tells a good story. But I don't understand how they do this, Curtis. How in the world? So let me back up a little bit. For the folks that have been out there on the trail and you have polarized glasses on, and you are trying to read your phone, for example, like either you're going to take a picture, or you're going to look at something, and you got to take your glasses off just to read the screen. But here with 100%, you have this peak polar technology where it's polarized, but yet you can see the screen. How is that possible? How?
Yeah, so it's really crucial in, road cycling where you have a computer with heart rate and mileage and watts and all that stuff. And the last thing we want you to do is take your glasses off to be able to see that. That means you're taking a hand or two off of the handlebars, or you're stopping, which is definitely not what we want anyone doing. So the way polarization works in a sunglass lens is it's like Venetian blinds. It's a filter inside the lens that needs to be perfectly horizontal. If
Mhm.
the filter that's inside the lens is off axis at all, it creates tremendous distortion, which means things aren't where they appear to be.
Mm.
So you have to make sure that your axis of polarization is perfectly horizontal. Um, the you get polarized or vibrating light off of any horizontal surface, the road, the hood of your car, things like that. The best example I can give is a lake that's completely steel without any ripples like this image shows. It literally looks like glass. That's why water skiers call it glass.
Mhm.
The goal of polarization is to remove that layer of glare so you can see through the water. So it's really, really important to fishermen. It also adds a bit of depth or darkness to the lens. It creates a lower VLT, so the visible light coming through the lens is a bit lower. So it adds a little bit of darkness to the lens. But it's really, really good for your eyes.
Mm.
And the downside to polarization is it's really difficult to see digital instruments in a car or your phone or a cycling computer. So the way that the best way I guess I can describe it is if you're standing at a window with blinds, right?
Oh,
And
right.
you can turn that little thing to adjust the angle of the blinds.
Yeah.
If you adjust those blinds perfectly horizontal, so they're perfectly flat, you glance up or you glance down, you can't see through those blinds, right? You can only see if
Right.
you're looking straight forward. It's the same exact thing that the filter is doing in the lens. So the way that 100% allows, the ability to see digital instruments, whether it be a phone or a computer, is they spread those blinds out just a little bit. So you're still getting 100% glare reduction, but you can still see your digital instruments.
Damn. That's cool. That's super cool. Ultimate visual comfort without sacrificing visibility. Holy cow. Now, that's good for a lot of different writers. And then before we move into the next one, I do want to say there's the chats, man. I'm trying to keep up, guys. This is great to see everybody. Holy cow. We got a couple folks who just popped in. Oh, Miami is in the house. What's up? Look at this. Mountain Bike Q&A is in the house. Johnny, you is here. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you, brother. I'm glad that the hurricane kind of passed Miami or hasn't really affected you over there. So that's awesome. And another YouTube celebrity in the house, MTB Rad Dad. He says, "Yo,
Yeah.
dang man, you're getting them all. Look at like he's at the same thing that I said a couple days ago. Wait, Curtis is at 100% now." I, I love it. I love it. Oh, and I can't miss this. There was a super chat, and check this out. A super chat comes in from Burrell Bikes out of Idaho. Podcast episode idea. Which MTBer has the best mustache? A fiesta of face hair. Ooh, ooh. I don't know, but I do have this for you, Ace. This is thank you so much for the $4.99. this is for you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And then one of these. Thank you to the Colorado Kid for this idea about getting the roadcast. This has been so much fun.
That's too good. You've upped your game since I was here last March.
Yes, exactly. There's so much stuff on here, right?
Oh man, I'm glad I don't have access to that.
I know. Like, who keeps pushing the buttons? So, Curtis, let's head on over to the very next piece of technology. This I think would be huge for when we're out riding underneath the tree canopies, like when we go up to Summit, we go to Sky Park. This is the, am I saying the word right? The photochromatic technology.
Photochromic.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I knew it. Photochromic technology.
Sorry, add a little attic in there. Right. A little bit more cool.
Right. Exactly. So I think this is pretty epic. So can you walk us through what this lens technology does?
Yeah, so Photochromic's been around for a long time. I'm sure everybody's heard of the company called Transitions. It's actually a brand. Transitions evolved kind of like a Kleenex, where Kleenex is a brand, but everyone refers to a tissue of paper as a Kleenex. So what it does is when the UV hits the lens, it activates atoms that make the lens go darker.
What?
So if you're like me and you're busy all day long and you're like just if you don't get a ride in the morning, you're daydreaming all day about riding and you're less productive. You got to get up, get out of bed, get after it, and get riding. It's great. You can start in the dark, still wearing glasses, protect your eyes from any harmful wind or debris or rocks that might flip up. But as the sun comes up, your lens will transition, or that photochromic atoms will get activated when the UV of the sun comes over the hill, and it'll get darker for you.
Now, does it go like in this illustration we have here? Does it go from clear to dark, or are there variations from clear to dark, like depending on how light it is or how dark it is?
Different brands have different versions.
Okay.
A lot of brands start with a base tint, so it's not going to be completely clear, and then it will get darker. They swing from lightest to darkest. It's between 30 and 55, 60%, where 100% starts completely clear and swings to a pretty good VLT that's only allowing in 13 to 17% light. So it gets pretty dark from clear. Yeah.
And does it change pretty rapidly? Like if we were to ride these under like a tree cover and then we like get that blast when we come out of the canopy, is it able to quickly change over? I don't know. I've never had one.
I'm brand new to 100%. I haven't played with these with the UV flashlight to time everything, but most of the activation occurs within the first 30 seconds.
Okay.
And depending on if you're looking directly at the sun or if the sun is over to your right or your left, it's going to change how it activates, right? So if you're just straight staring at the sun, it'll be fully swung within under a minute, So if you're in and out of tree canopy on a bike just really, really fast, it's not going to change instantly. It's just not going to happen. I encourage in those situations to ride with like a crimson base tint or a bronze base tint that's going to brighten things up, but still dull down the world so you're not squinting behind your glasses.
Got it. Nice. Yeah, we could definitely look at some of the goggles that 100% has to offer, some of the glasses. And then now this one is hydrophobic, oleophobic. Did I say that right?
You nailed it. You got it.
Yeah. See, I've been to training school.
Yeah.
So what are they talking about here?
Well, so we'll start with hydrophobic. Hydro, obviously water, liquid. It's going to repel, beat up, and run off the lens, similar to Rain X on your car, right? Or wax for the most part. Mm-hmm. So sweat, you're out riding and it's misty or rainy. Again, we don't want you to take your glasses off. We want you to keep them on because it's a protection piece. So hydrophobic is going to repel the water. It's going to beat up and run off of your lens. Where oleophobic is oils from your hands. Everyone's dealt with glasses after you wear them, for a while without cleaning them, and then you pull out your sunglass baggie that your glasses come with, and you clean it, but you're just swirling all that goo on the inside of the lens around, and it doesn't come off. oleophobic eliminates that goo that gets on there. It literally just pulls off of the lens, so that your lenses get clean. The problem with specifically in sport, without having an oleophobic property on your lens, is look, nobody rides with a sunglass cleaner. Everyone uses their shirt. The shirt has dust on it,
Right.
and when you wipe it with your shirt, and there's all that little grime and grit and goo, it can actually pull the dirt out of your shirt onto your glasses, and then you keep rubbing them because you can't get that goo off, and you're just scratching the inside of your lens really bad.
Guilty.
So yeah, we all are. We all are. It's actually funny. Side story. My daughter, for a school project recently, made a shirt, and she made the entire bottom of the shirt a sunglass cleaner or a lens cleaner, so that you could actually use a microfiber material on the inside of your shirt. It's like kind of like a Shark Tank thing she did, because it's a problem in the world, you know.
Genius.
Yeah. Well, it was my idea. Let's see though.
Science fair project sponsored by Dad.
Exactly. But the most important, I think, attribute of the oleophobic and hydrophobic is just to repel water. There's nothing more annoying than the water spots. You know, if you're dropping into a long run and you got somebody in front of you, you've been working really hard to keep up with, the last thing you want to deal with is, you know, trying to see through the water spots. And then by the time you get to the bottom, if it stops raining or misting, they've dried up, and now you're still, you know, you have blurred vision. So
right. Which is never good when you're trying to keep up with somebody like Curtis. When I see you guys out there, or watching Aaron from the Trail Dogs, you guys chasing each other down the trail.
Aaron scares me. I don't know.
I know. Have you guys seen that did you happen to catch him on Instagram? And Aaron, don't kill me for this, but this is hilarious. But he's at Summit, and somebody's going on, you know, that section that's like that caterpillar that you go up and over. I think it's on Westridge. I could be wrong about that. Basically, there's somebody going up there, and Aaron ends up going up there, and there's barely room for one rider. Somehow he makes it up there, and he's riding side by side with the other person. And they barely squeeze through the whole thing. Aaron Bernstein, you're a stud, dude. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he watching you guys chase each other down Vale is always fun to do.
Aaron defies the laws of physics. Is what he does.
He does. Hey, Joey actually brings up a good question here. Joey Yates is saying, colors, I'm out. So basically not out getting any of these products, but out because Joey, for those of you who don't know, Joey is colorblind. And so does any of this technology help with somebody that might be a little colorblind with those?
Not yet, but don't worry, Joey. Don't worry.
Oh man.
We're gonna make some cool stuff. So
something's on the way, and that is from the Global Head of Eyewear right there, 100%. So that's cool. I mean, cool vision. Ride with Kiefer says, I believe 100% makes the most comfortable goggles. Yeah.
If there's one thing 100% knows better than anything else, it is goggles. I mean, you see those moto guys go out and they're doing, you know, 30 minutes plus 2 laps in the heat, and you know, that's what I love about eyewear is it's the last piece of equipment you put on, but in my opinion it could be very well the most important, because it's how you see the sport that you're trying to do and that you've trained so hard to be good at. And you know, everything is so well thought out, from the placement of the outriggers on the chassis of the goggle to you know, the triple layer foam and fleece to keep it soft and moisture wicking. 100% goggles are amazing. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dive into some of those. Is it okay? Do you have time? I know that we only have you for a certain period of time, but I'd love to be able to get into some of the product and just take a look at it and showcase it, and have everybody look at it with us. Mountain Bike Q&A, he's a mountain biker. Johnny's a mountain biker, but he also owns a boat, and he's out there all the time. He says, I'm all over these glasses. So yeah.
He's the friend I need. I need a friend with a boat. It's been hot.
I know. Right. And I'm sure with the polarized type stuff, when you're looking over the ocean, when you're out there in Miami riding the boat, you want to look down at your instruments to be able to see it. So with those new polarized um, glasses, I think that'll help out a lot.
Yeah, and if he fishes, you got to see your fish finder. You got to be on some kind of map. On your phone.
Right.
It's important.
Yeah, exactly. Then a Kava MTB, another YouTube celebrity's on. He says, "I'm red green color deficient. What would I see?" He's asking.
Blue.
Of the three prime colors. I didn't
Yeah.
know that about you, Elias. So he's red green color deficient. What would I see? So
I think it depends on how deficient, what percent of those colors your brain just doesn't process. I don't know if it goes green or gray or I see color. I think pretty true, but there's really really cool technologies out there where they use artificial intelligence, and when you put that recipe of color that I talked about earlier into the lens, they actually do it in a very systematic way where instead of looking through one uh, pane of color, it's actually like looking through an LCD screen, like little micro pieces that actually pop the red, green, and blue. And so there's those technologies are out there. We haven't brought them to 100% yet, but we're feverishly building out the fall 23 lineup, and I want to really bring some of that technology to the table. So.
that's awesome. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first with this. It's a segment exclusive. No, I'm just kidding. But that is pretty awesome, man. Um, we have a question here down here from Rick. He says, Curtis, is this similar to the Spy Happy Lens when we were talking about?
Yeah, no, great question. So the Spy Happy lens is a color and contrast enhancing lens like Hyper, but where they differentiate is Spy focuses on blue light management. So you get harmful blue light from the sun, but you also get good blue light from the sun. People call it sun gazing, things like that, where you need to get those natural, vitamins from the sun. But long wave blue light is really good for you, where short wave blue light is really bad for you. So the goal for Spy is to block out the short wave, really, really peaking long wave of blue light, so that you get an uplift in mood and alertness through serotonin release, hence the name the Happy Lens. The difference from that to the Hyper lens is Hyper is hyper focused on popping color, so that when you're in and out of shadows and undulations, you can see everything that you're doing. So that there's a therapeutic benefit to Spy. There is a visual acuity benefit to Hyper.
Got it. Got it. And both of them can help with your health. If you can't see that little shark fin, then your health could be really affected.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
We got one of the guys out here is saying this dude knows his stuff. Yeah, for sure.
And way too many years in eyewear. That's all it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump over here, Curtis, if it's cool. Let me jump into some of the products that 100% has, and maybe take us through some of these. So, actually, before I do that, I did just catch this right here. Um, Prescriptions. Does 100% offer prescription eyewear?
Well, again, not yet, but that's kind of my forte is in the prescription side of eyewear. Again, I just love eyewear. When you put a great prescriptive product on somebody who hasn't experienced life through a great you can literally change their life and how they see the world. So
True.
we are deep in the works to bring prescription capabilities to 100%. But if any sunglass under the sun that has two lenses, you can take to your local eye doctor and they can put a prescription lens in it. But what
Got
you
it.
don't get is the proprietary Hyper lens technology. So that we will definitely be bringing to market in the future.
Got it. But as far as the frames go, you could take the frames to like Sunglass Rob down in San Diego, and they could pop their prescription lenses in there for you if you need it.
I highly suggest anybody who's listening to this just go to SportRx. They are the best. Their team, their live chat, they have a person in SportRx that is overly proficient in a specific brand. So there's an ambassador for 100%. There's an ambassador for Oakley. There's an ambassador for Spy, and they focus solely on making sure that their customer gets the best product that they need for their intended use. And start with SportRx. They're the gold standard in online prescription. Even if you just have questions and then you want to go talk to your eye doctor about it, hit their live chat. They're super quick to get back to you, and they know their stuff very, very well.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things by SportRx. In fact, our very own podcast engineer Joey Yates had to go down there to get prescription glasses put in to his frames, and he said it was an amazing process, and they dialed it in so good, and they were so responsive. So, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, SportRx down in San Diego, and you don't have to be in San Diego either to take advantage of SportRx. They ship out as well, so good stuff. All right, so Curtis, as mountain bikers, let's hop over to what do you think the first product that we should look at on the
Let's jump
shelves?
over to, I think people would probably recognize the Speedcraft.
Okay, sunglasses going into the sport performance.
Yep.
Hypercraft.
So we'll just start there. That's fine. We can kind of roll through these. Again, I'm 3 days in, so bear with me. If you ask a question I don't know, I will say I don't know. I will not mislead you.
That's awesome.
So Hypercraft is amazing. It's super, super lightweight. It's a frameless design. So you really only have a nose bridge and temples that snap onto the lens. So you're basically only wearing the weight of the lens. They're very pliable. You don't have to worry about breaking them at all. And they come with these, there's base tints and then there's different mirrors. As much as the mirrors look cool, they also provide a different visual experience. So you really need to kind of look through each of the lenses to see how you will want to see the world best.
Wow.
So that's Hypercraft.
Yep. Good Lord. And look at all the different colors. There's so many that are here. And then there's even a C more. Okay. And then now you have Hypercraft XS. Is that like for kids or smaller faces?
Yeah, just smaller faces. It's just a smaller version of the Hypercraft. So youth, women, or if you just have a smaller dome, we got you covered.
Gotcha. And this probably has the hyper technology in there, right? Hence also the name Hypercraft, even though different spelling. Dude, okay, now what is this? The Norvik.
Norvik is crazy. This thing is nuts. So it's got side shields that are built in. So almost kind of a glacier glass kind of vibe to it with the side shields. So you don't get any light in through the sides, but it also wraps all the way around. So, if you're at high altitude where the UV is really, really strong, or you just like the look of the glacier glass, there is some fashion kind of aspect to it. That the Norvik's got you covered, hands down. So you got rubber on the nose pads, rubber on the temple tips. So the more you sweat, the stickier they get, and that's going to be ubiquitous across any of these styles that we look at in sport performance. But the Norvik gives you the attributes of a big shield, but it's also two different lenses. It's not one full lens. So just different strokes for different folks. So if you like the dual lens look, but you like the performance of a shield, Norvik's a great option.
They got you covered on that. Wow. Cool. Same. Look at so many options, so many colors. And then there's even a C more that'll take us to even more. Holy cow. Now we have this. This is this a one lens or a two lens? This is called the Eastcraft.
Eastcraft is, I believe, one lens. And it also has side shields, but they're much, much smaller and a little more pliable.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
I was actually playing with this thing today in the office for quite a while, and I got to tell you, it's really, really comfortable. That V kind of piece that you see in the middle is actually a metal piece that flips up so you can remove the lens. So it's a lens carrier that holds the lens into the chassis.
No way. So you can have you could just pop out a color lens for a clear lens if the weather changes on you or what have you.
Yep.
That's crazy. Okay, now we have, this is the Westcraft. Folks, there are so many products here at 100%. It's insane. But this one's the Westcraft.
Yeah, so the exact same thing as the Eastcraft, just with a round aesthetic. So Eastcraft is a little more squared off through the outside of the face front, where Westcraft is more rounded, but the exact same attributes. I would say that Eastcraft is going to be like your large fit, where Westcraft is going to be more of your medium large fit, so a few millimeters smaller. So.
Gotcha. And I noticed that a lot of the glasses, the arms there, they're made straight, and I find that that's really nice to have when you're wearing the helmets. You know what I mean? It's like there's not this arch that has to continuously hit the helmet.
Well, the helmet and also just the pressure on your ears.
Mm.
You know, over time, especially if you're on a bike and you're sweaty and your glasses aren't the right glasses, they tend to want to slide down, and then it's pulling on your ears, and then you're taking your hands off the handlebars to push your glasses back up. So the straight back temple is designed to go under the helmet straps so that you don't get any weird pressure points. And then the rubber, you know, on the temple tip will stay sticky if you're sweaty, so you don't have to worry about them sliding down your face.
Wow, and that's a pretty significant amount of rubber right there on the temple right there. That's huge. Wow. Dang. Okay, now getting into some of these. Now this is the S3. What the heck is this space age thing? I sound like such an old dad right now. What is this space age thing?
S3 is just a classic, you know, cylindrical sport shield, and the lines are so beautiful and perfect, and the way that the bridge, you know, snaps into the lens and the venting at the bottom, it's just a kick-ass pair of glasses, to be honest. This is one of the better sellers for the brand. And it comes in an array of colors to kind of match your kit, your personality, your bike, your car, whatever kind of aesthetic you need to match it with.
So
we got you covered in the S3 for sure.
So sick. Yeah, these are all so dope. My goodness. And what is this? I saw it on some of the other glasses too, Curtis. Is this like a little rubber piece to kind of help the glasses stay sticky, like onto your cheek or something?
No, it's actually just a vent. So, you know, and you're out of Vail and it's 90 degrees and you're climbing up the fire road to get to the fun stuff. You get sweaty. And if you don't have, you know, everyone's face is different. And if the glasses fit really sucked into your eye sockets and you don't have any airflow, you're going to get condensation and sweat building up, and your eyeballs get sweaty. It's just not good. So with the strategic placement of the vents, it eliminates that issue. Even just the slightest little breeze coming up through will keep your glasses from fogging up, which is crucial to performance.
Wow. That's cool. Damn. I didn't even think of that, but you're right. This is a sick lens too. This is called the S2 and looks like it comes in a multitude of colors, but what is this, just a same as the S3 but just different shape?
The chassis is the same. The lens cut is just different. So it's going to fit a little bit smaller, and you have a little more angular cut on the lens, and then the vent is actually moved out a little bit more, based on the way that the lens is edged.
Got it. Dang. Okay. Now this is the Glendale that kind of looks somewhat like the S3, but that also looks like the size of a goggle. Is that just the picture or what?
No, it's that if we take an intermission, I'll go grab a pair. That was the piece I chose personally for me to you know, go experience 100% this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So it's a full frame all the way around, very, very durable. You still have the straight back contoured temples, and just a nice big full coverage. It looks bigger in these pictures than it really fits, but it fits. I'd say like 5 millimeters higher than most glasses. So what I mean by higher is it sits up like this, because on a bike your head is down like this, so you're still looking through the optical center of the lens. This glass was so well thought out and so well designed. We're actually considering taking this product and moving it to different applications outside of like summer sports. So
wow,
there's big plans for the Glendale.
Yeah, dude, if you have a pair, let's see a live one on you, and I'll read off some of these chats that we have coming in if it's close by.
Yeah, let me just run downstairs and grab
Yeah,
it. I'll be
don't
right
forget
back.
to get a refill. Don't forget to
I
get a
know.
refill. So as Curtis is gonna go, he's gonna go get those Glendales, which is pretty dope, and we get to see what it looks like on him. And definitely shout out to a lot of people here. MTB Nick is saying these are some nice glasses. I know, right? This is crazy. Trail Dog saying that's awesome. Joey's saying YT jerseys have built-in sunglass cleaner at the bottom. True story. On the inside of the new YT performance gear, they have the microfiber lens cleaners, which is crazy. Going back to the trail dogs, when Aaron shot up there, I guess he shared that caterpillar with Nate. He says he says Aaron scares us all. This is Isaiah, by the way. What's up, Isaiah? MTV Rad said that may have been Party Wave. Yeah, there we go. Nate, Trail Dog saying that was Nate going over and Aaron coming in from behind. God, that sounds so familiar, man. I was at Greer and he did that. So we're going to go, oh, check this out. Check this out. Good Lord.
What?
Yeah. Heck yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm going
so
to give
they're not that big.
I'm gonna give you a full screen real quick, brother. Everybody, this is Curtis Ellis, full screen.
This is the Glendale.
Nice. Wait,
Yeah.
pop that on one more time, Curtis. Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the lens to clear so you can see my eyes through it to see kind of how it fits.
Oh, okay, you got it. This just coming in too. MTB Nick saying, I think that was on 10 ply. Yeah, definitely the Caterpillar is on 10 ply. And then check this out, Air Blair. Thank you so much, Air Blair, with the $9.99. And I got this for you.
What?
And
Thank you very much. Booyah!
thank you, Mr. Air Blair. I appreciate it. There's so many buttons to push here now. I hope I don't drive you guys crazy with this, but this is awesome. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Air Blair. $9.99 going to the show, which is, as Nick would say right here, that is pretty sick. Spokesman is saying foreshadowing for sure. MT Red Dad segment squad switch to 100%. LOL. Curtis is smiling over there, but he's not saying anything. Uncaged is saying, I never know what color trail I'm on. I just follow the crew. So Joey's colorblind. So we just tell him it's not double black, it's a double blue. Don't worry. You're leading, we're following.
Joey, they make green diamonds now. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's green diamonds on there for sure. Johnny, you saying, come on down to Miami. There is some cool stuff he has. Okay, so here are the clear lenses. We're gonna give Curtis the solo layout real quick here. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's almost like it's smaller than a goggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
but it's definitely like a nice. What do you call it? Like a windshield or not? Like a shield.
Full coverage. You know.
Full coverage. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. And the tech
probably not something you know, if it's really, really hot out there, you can still see these little vents.
Oh yeah.
Right here. And they actually have metal mesh in there, so you don't have to worry about, you know, debris or whatever making it through those vents. But yeah, just a nice full coverage piece. But you can see when my head's down, like in riding mode, I'm still looking through the optical center of the lens.
Wow. Oh, that's why they sit teeny bit higher. So totally have that performance thought about.
Yep.
That is insane. I love that is thought of. That's crazy. That is super cool. Now when it comes to, gosh, there's so many questions, you guys. This is awesome. I love it. Okay, Elias asks this question right here. I need a good pair of glasses for riding. Which ones would you recommend? And I've seen Elias. I've seen him in half shell and full face. So what would you recommend?
I would recommend the Speedcraft, to be honest, just because it has so many lens options.
Okay.
And it fits everybody. I literally cruised around and tried it on so many people just to see you know, how it fit different face shapes and sizes, and Speedcraft just fits everybody.
So Elias, here is the Speedcraft right here that I have pulled up. Can you guys see it on your screen? Can you see it there, Curtis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's the Speedcraft and a multitude of colors. And Elias is supported by Liat, and I believe his newest helmet is kind of like a coral color. So you definitely have options here that'll fit right there. And then the straight back. What do you call that? The straight back.
Just a straight temple. Yeah.
Straight temple. Yeah. Vents. I see the vents on there too. And this has the hyper technology in these lenses as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dang.
If they're good enough for, you know, Peter Sagan in the Tour and Fernando Tatis, you know, out on the MLB field, they're probably good enough for us mountain bikers.
Right. Right. Now, are these also hydrophobic and oleophobic lenses too? They are. So all that technology is in these glasses. Good grief. Okay. Damn. So you were saying Speedcraft, you were a big fan of Speedcraft, this product right here.
Yeah, and it's kind of my default go-to because I don't see the face shapes, sizes, etc. And it just fits everybody. So, you know, if you're ordering online through the website, you don't have to worry about it not fitting or anything like that. So if, you know, some other products like Glendale that I was just showing you, you know, you may get it and think, well, this is bold, like this is too bold for me. You're not going to experience that feeling with the Speedcraft or the Hypercraft.
Okay. Like those. Yeah. I also love the S3. The S3 is also something very performance looking too. The S2 is cool. Here's the S3. So yeah, man. S3, what is the difference? Now I know I'm splitting hairs because these are all super cool, but the S3 and the Speedcraft look, to an untrained eye, they look pretty similar, but they're obviously not. Right?
You're going to get the same performance attributes, but the frame on the S3, if you see this lens, it's actually flat across the top. It doesn't have that bubble up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Flat.
So if you wear a helmet that's not a 100% helmet and might sit a little bit deeper, you probably want to go with the S3 so you don't get any chatter of your glasses off of your helmet.
Got it.
And just depending on your face shape and size. So.
Got it. Okay, that makes 100% sense. And then this Speedcraft SL, again, this looks like maybe like for smaller face. Yeah, right there. It even says smaller faces. Same performance, same shape, just kind of scaled down a little bit there.
Yep.
All those different colors. Speedcraft XS. So even smaller, or yeah, uncovering women and young athletes. Okay. Dang.
So SL is going to have a smaller lens in the same chassis, where XS is just everything is smaller.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it. Frame smaller or chassis smaller, lens is smaller. This one up here, just the lens is smaller. Okay, got it. In the SL. Let's head on over to now. Let's check out some goggles. So I know a lot of us are on goggles, and I saw that there's like, if you look here, folks, if you're looking online right now, there are so many goggles. But which ones would you recommend, Curtis, for us to keep the dust down?
Oh man, I personally love the Armega. When 100% released the Armega, I was with Spy, and we just didn't have an answer for it. It's an injected lens, meaning it's the same lens material as our sunglasses. So
what?
It's thick, it's super durable, it's not pliable, and its impact rating is through the roof compared to a Lexan or the standard kind of goggle lens that's really pliable and bendy. So this thing is like every attribute you can get in a moto goggle on steroids.
Really? Holy cow. So when you say it, meaning that like if we crashed into the bushes and things like that, it would have sticks would have a harder time getting through this lens. Is that what you mean?
so not just getting through the lens from a like puncture aspect, but also through the lens being able to bend so it can just be pulled out of the frame, right? Like
Got it. Okay.
picture, you know, somebody on a dirt bike and the person in front of them just roosts rocks at their face.
Yeah.
You know, if a big enough, heavy enough rock with enough force hits a standard goggle lens, it can pull the lens out of the frame and it just goes into your eye, right?
Oof.
Where with
Eesh.
the Armega, it's injected, so its impact rating is like 100 times stronger than a Lexan, and it's
Good
not
grief.
gonna it cannot eject from the frame. It just can't. It's too stiff, and the material that it's made out of it will not shatter either. So
Whoa.
these things are incredible. Yep.
Whoa. Okay. So our megas on the mountain bike should work well. And then you were saying they were injected. So all the technology that we just learned about the eyewear, sunglasses for like when we're out there riding half shell, that's the same type of technology that's in these goggles.
Yep. Yep.
Good gravy. Jeez. My goodness. Okay. MTB, yeah. Mountain bike Q&A, Johnny, I'm with you. Love those, he says. love those. Producer Deb's got the eye hearts there. Jeez, my goodness. Okay, Spokesman's asking polycarbonate lenses. Do you know what he means by that?
I do, yeah. It's a lens material. So within the, I guess, offering of eyewear lenses, there's a bunch of different materials, and the basic one that you get in a product like a Blenders or more of a price point kind of rack glass, it's going to be what they call a CR39. It's literally just plastic.
Okay.
Where polycarbonate comes in is its impact rating is again through the roof. So polycarbonate, it's not quite as perfect vision as a like a Trivex high index 167 or some. Sorry, I'm getting like really dorky right now, but
No, that's good.
like so the beauty of polycarbonate is that it's your visual acuity is really really high and the impact rating is super super high. That's why you see brands like 100%, Spy, Oakley, they all use polycarbonate lens material because safety first, right? Like the last thing you need is getting hurt, your eyes hurt. You know, I've
Right.
never found any doctor that can do an eye replacement.
Right.
You
right.
you got to kind of take care of these two things that really help you through life.
Yes.
So within all the different options of lens materials, polycarbonate is, in my opinion, the best. Absolutely, hands down. And look, even if you're not on a bike, your car probably has airbags, so you want to make sure that you're nice and safe. So.
Dang. Okay. Gotcha. That is, thank you for the education on that. That makes total sense. Spokesman, great question on that. Matthew R is saying, I wish they had lens and frame dimensions on the website. So yeah, just a little bit of feedback there for that. But I have noticed that pretty much 100%, you can go to almost every store, whoever the reps are killing it because every shop you go into, there's 100% in there. So
Especially
there,
goggles. Yeah.
yes, definitely so. Um, Women's MTB Network, what's up, Mia? She says, this is awesome. I've been looking for new glasses. Yes,
Well, look
yes.
no further.
Yes, you have it here. Check out 100%. Some great stuff. We're learning some great things about this company. And from what I read, the company started in 1982 and they started in the moto world. I love the fact that 100% comes from there used to be their old motto is how much effort are you putting in? How much effort do you put in? And the answer is 100%. So that is dope. Hardworking, hardworking folks that started this company up. And I know Curtis, I know you work your tail off, so it's great to see. Um,
Yeah, they started back in the 80s. And I might be wrong here, so don't like hold this as gospel, but I'm pretty sure they made the number plates that went on all the dirt bikes in
dang.
motocross
Oh,
because
dang.
most of those athletes from the 80s, they literally wear Oakleys that have 100% logos on their gear and on their bike because it was still part of their program until about 10 years ago. The brand rights were purchased and the new company was formed and started making eyewear and helmets and apparel. So.
Oh wow, man, that's cool. Look at that, Curtis. Third day on the job, dude, and you already got 100% history going there. you know, you know it. Got a question here from Trail Pimp. He's saying, "Do you recommend using clear lenses for goggles in the bike park or colored lenses?"
So it honestly is what you prefer. I personally can't wear clear lenses outside if the sun is up. I've been wearing too many sunglasses my whole life. I'm like too light susceptible, so my eyes will just water. And my advice is go with something with a mirror coating. The mirror coating is going to enhance contrast and clarity no matter what the light condition. So if you think about it, think about a gray lens, looking through a gray lens, it's going to dull everything down for you. Like I sunburn, I do not tan. I'm very susceptible to the sun. So I typically will wear a gray green base lens with a mirror on it. And so the gray green is going to dull down the intense sun. The mirror is going to enhance contrast and clarity. Now, if you take that exact same thing and think about it through like Sky Park or a bike park where you're going in and out of shadows, my advice is go with a bronze, rose, or a crimson base tint with a mirror on it, because that bronze, crimson, or rose base tint is going to make everything feel brighter. So when you're in and out of shadows, it's very consistent on the pupil. Where that mirror coating is, again, going to enhance contrast and clarity, regardless if it's cloudy or sunny. So.
Interesting. So the bronze base helps out with that type of thing. That's cool. Great information to know. That's very helpful for the different conditions that we have that we all go through. So Trail Pimp, I hope that helps you with your selection on 100% where to purchase or anywheres to purchase. But you heard it there from Curtis. Trail Dogs is saying for the military they require lenses to be Z87 plus protection. Is there any glasses that have the ballistic protection? Oh, you may get a buyer from the military here.
Yeah, Isaiah. So I honestly I don't know what we offer or if we offer anything that has the ANSI Z87 plus rating. When you get to the ballistic rating, it's actually not the lens material, it's how the lens is put into the frame. So ballistic rating is really difficult to get to. I think Oakley has one, maybe two styles that offer the ballistic rating, and it's because typically in a semi-rimless sport piece or an ANSI piece, you have a certain groove that holds the lens in, and that's just not enough to be ballistic rated. So you have to have other things that hold the lens in. So literally, if you took a bullet or something, to the face, the lens isn't going to eject. So Isaiah, I will find that out tomorrow, and I will text you, and I'll let you know for sure.
That is great question, man. I love it, Isaiah. If there's a good answer to that, you have a local company too, just down the street in San Diego. So you know somebody there. So there you go. Elias is saying sick glasses. Got to catch a flight. See you guys on the trails. Ah, man, safe flight. Thank you so much for jumping on the show, Elias. Great to see you as always. Spokesman up in Northern California says my eyeballs sweat. Not anymore, Steve. Not anymore with these vented glasses. Oh man, the owner of SSB MTB. What's up, John? Good to see you, John B. Big B's in the house. Shout out to SSB. Also, shout out to the newest family member of SSB. Miss Sarah was just announced as the newest family for SSB. So congrats to you, Sarah. Look forward to having you on the podcast soon. Trail Dog saying 100% is very light comparatively to other brands. Does that affect how durable they are?
No, so there's a material called TR90. That is what almost every premium eyewear brand uses for frame material, and then polycarbonate as the lens material. Until you get into like the more fashion side of eyewear, where they use like an acetate that's like thick and chunky, like something like this. So no, the light and durable go hand in hand. Lightweight for performance, durable so you don't have to buy a new pair every 6 months.
Got it. That's pretty nice. And I was reading somewhere on the 100% website, if this helps answer the question too, one of the pair of glasses that they had was meant for lightness, and they actually had interwoven, I want to say it was there was some kind of extremely strong material that they threaded through there. And I forget the glasses that I was reading, but it was insane. Basically almost indestructible, but super light. Do you know which ones I'm thinking of?
I don't, but it's probably Kevlar is the material, which very well could be true. I haven't got the whole way through everything yet. So
Yeah, see if I can find it here. I think it was on the Visionaries, maybe. I'm just gonna take a peek real quick, folks. Can you guys see that? Is that popping up? Or maybe it
no.
was under the technology. Let me go back here and pop this up and see if you guys can follow along with me. And I think it might have been under maybe it's technology down towards the ultra carbon. What's this one? I think it was this one. Hypercraft. Okay, check out how thin that is. And then Hypercraft feel nothing, see everything. Featuring ultra carbon technology, 100% frameless Hypercraft sunglasses is lighter, stronger, and more dynamic than any performance shield on the market. Good Lord.
So definitely not Kevlar. I was completely wrong there. That is it's the material. So give me 2 minutes to run to my truck and I will grab one of those glasses and I will show you guys how strong they are.
Holy cow. As Curtis is going to there, I'll read this off to you guys right here. It says, it has streamlined laser cut rimless shield, hydrophobic and oleophobic, which we learned about, available with contrast. Where is it? Somewhere in here, it talks about that it's laced with carbon for the frame to create this. And I swear I read it in here somewhere, folks. I just got to find it. Ultra carbon featherweight frame made by weaving carbon fiber into the nylon to make the lightest and strongest frames with a weight of just 23 grams. What? 23 grams. Good Lord. Are you guys, this is crazy stuff. This is crazy. I'm trying to get to all these questions too, you guys. I see this one. I'm going to ask him this one too. Oh, Curtis is coming in. We're going to do another solo shot here, but Curtis, I just read off that this is laced with carbon fiber. Crazy. Crazy. So Curtis is opening up a box here. That's always satisfying to listen to. Going with the solo layout here, Curtis.
So this is the Hypercraft. You can see this is how it fits. These don't break.
Whoa. Whoa.
They're crazy strong. They go right back to the shape that they started in.
Whoa. That's insane.
Yeah.
And it's saying here, Curtis, it's saying that when I click on this, it's saying that Hypercraft that you just showed, I don't know if this comes out. Can you see this right here? It says ultralight 23 grams. That's the weight on this sucker?
Yep.
Ridiculous.
They literally weigh nothing.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay, there's so much stuff, man. I can't believe it.
So they make them that way so that when you're wearing a 100% helmet and you don't want your glasses on, you can just slide them over the back.
What? That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. So we just got here is somebody coming from the state of the sun. Right and dirty is in the house. He says, well, better late than never. Just got home from work. Dude, Eric, welcome. This is Curtis Ellis with 100%. He's taking us through great lens and product education and some of the things 100% offers that we should take a look at. We just looked at these ridiculous glasses that weigh 23 grams. Holy cow. Insane. Now, what are those?
So there's the sport performance collection, which is what we've talked about and kind of rolled through, but we also have an active performance or active lifestyle collection that is, if you want to go out and hike or run or just cruise around and look cool, we make this more lifestyle shapes and sizes with the same technology as the performance products. So this is our Legier round. Again, just a super cool pair of glasses. And I have a few pieces, so I'll just start pulling stuff out and show you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull those up. That's going to be under the active performance, you said?
Yep.
Active performance there on the website. There you go. You guys can see that on here. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, crazy. That's what you just had on right there.
Yep.
Utilizing that same ultra carbon technologies and process, we've designed the I'm gonna hack that, the Legier to be the new everyday favorite sunglasses for active and style conscious athletes. Wow.
And then here is the Norvik that we talked about earlier. So.
Oh yeah.
It's got the side shield.
Whoa. Whoa. In the hyper technology.
Yep, hyper. You still have the ventilation down here on the lens. You don't need to worry about your lenses fogging up. Just really, really great coverage.
Oleophobic. Get all that oil and dirt and grime off.
Yep. Yep.
Goodness, that's really cool. Riding Dirty is basically saying 100% has some legit stuff and it's time for some new goggles. Well, yeah, I think Eric, if you may have missed this part on the goggles, but the recommendation that's coming from the product brand eyewear global guy, Curtis Ellis here, is saying that it should be. Let's see if I can get to him real quick. Goggles.
Our mega.
Yes, the Armegas. Check these out. We'll go to these again. And if you had seen these already, folks, these are really dope. Because what's cool about everything that we learned about the lenses for eyewear for sunglasses, it's actually also in their goggles. Is that right, Curtis?
Yeah. Yep.
100%.
It's in the Armega, or in the Armega. It's the injected lens component. So the lens material is not stamped out of really thin Lexan. It's actually injected into a mold and holds its shape no matter what. So.
Which is cool. And then and Spokesman had a really good question about that. Basically, almost indestructible. You could take it's not going to come out of the frame. That lens is going to no matter what. So extra protection there, which is great. Anything else on the 100%? I mean, you had just mentioned helmets, so they have helmets too. I mean, good grief.
Yeah, no, we are full service.
Let's take a look at some of those.
This is the Alltech. It's got a proprietary rotational system, so it does not have MIPS. It has our proprietary version of MIPS. You have that sunglass holder off of the back. You have the adjustable visor, so you can adjust your stees as you see fit, and super comfortable straps. You have the rock lock here in the back, and we teamed up with Tivlock on the strap.
Fidlock's always nice. Love that. Curtis, I don't think I saw it the first time. I think I just saw the sunglasses on there, but hold it up again. There's actually a channel there for the temple arms of the glasses to fit into. That was insane. I did not realize that the first time. I thought you were just putting them back there.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick.
But yeah, check this out, you guys. The actual helmet has a channel for the arms of the sunglasses to fit into. Yeah, right there.
So right here, you can see that line. It's obviously on both sides. And for when you're riding and you don't have anywhere to put your glasses because you don't want to hang them off your sweaty shirt or something, you just put them on the helmet.
Wow. That's insane. What is there something so the arms are tucked into those channels, but is there something for the bridge of the nose piece that kind of sits onto the helmet there, or the things are so light they're not going anywhere?
No, and it's actually strategically placed so you have a nice vent right here so that the sweat and the heat off of your head while you're only going to take them off on a climb. You're not going to take them off on the downhill. So while you're climbing and sweating, it's right by a vent, so you don't have to worry about pulling your glasses off and putting them on your face when they're already fogged up.
Got it.
But yeah,
okay.
no, this thing,
dang,
they stay on. So.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen a helmet with that channel on there before. I mean, in the past we forced our glasses back there, but never like a real parking spot. That's insane.
Yeah. That's what we should call it, the parking spot.
Exactly. Now, looking at, so that was the half shell by 100%. Now, there's a couple helmets here. There's the Aircraft 2. Which one of these full faces would you recommend for folks that are loving the full face?
I do not want to mislead anybody, so maybe we can do this again in a few weeks, and I'll educate myself and come back to you. I have not haven't tried or talked to the helmet guy much.
Okay. But these are all looking like lots of choices, a lot of great choices there. Yeah, curious to see. I'm sure they make good helmets. I just saw a friend of mine, MTB Raging. I believe he just released a video on YouTube and he had, I think it was the aircraft. I could be mistaken, but he just unboxed one of these and he has it on YouTube. So
Oh, awesome.
that would be cool. And is this what you just had right there, the Altus?
No, this one is the Alltech.
Alltech. Okay.
Yeah. So
Man, there it
yeah,
is.
this is the one. Yep.
Wow, right there. This is the one that Curtis just has the Alltech on there. Dang, all different colors as well. Holy cow. So, dude, so much stuff, Curtis. Like, so many cool things to play with and have fun with on there. Dude, I know we're over time. It's like it's been over an hour, so I got to get you back to your family, bro. I really appreciate you being on here. Welcome back to the fun side of eyewear, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was time just flew by. It flies when you're having fun, you know.
Totally. Just gonna look through, make sure that I didn't miss anybody's questions that were like right there. But I think that everyone's happy. It says Trail Pimp saying perfect, thank you. Also saying good looking full face helmets. I just broke mine and need a new one. Yeah, check it out. Check it out on there. And then stay tuned. There might be things coming up with Curtis and 100% for the mountain biking community through some of our channels. Maybe down the line a giveaway or a discount or something. Who knows? But I'll be talking with Curtis and seeing what we can offer to the community. And just know that we got a good guy in Curtis Ellis right there on the top of the food chain. My lord.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Mark. As always, it was a pleasure. Hopefully we can do this again and I can have a little more product knowledge. But in the meantime, for all you mountain bikers that also love to slip around on snow, keep your eyes peeled. There's some amazing stuff coming out here soon.
Good Lord. Yes, I cannot wait. Tons of good stuff. Curtis Ellis, ladies and gentlemen. And Curtis, tell people, I'm sure they'll know, but what's the handle to follow 100% on the IG as well as the website?
It's a great question.
I know on the I know on the website, if you guys are interested in going to the website, you can go to www.100%, like literally the numbers 100 and then percent.com. That'll take you straight to the website to look at any of the gear that we just saw today, or to if you're feeling like buying something. And if you just want to follow 100% and see what Curtis Ellis and the crew are doing there, they're also on Instagram, and that is
So ride 100%,
Ride 100.
100% vision, 100% bike, and
Ooh.
100% moto. And those are all with the percent written out. So it's 100 PERCENT. It's not the percent sign.
Got it. So literally the number 100 with percent spelled out. There it is. And yeah, if we're looking at those are all categorized. So for us in the mountain bike world, we'd probably want to tag or see or look at 100% bike, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Most likely. Yeah, that's good stuff. Keep an eye out for some great stuff with Curtis Ellis making some moves at 100%. Take a look at 100%. Thank you all so much for being on with us tonight. Curtis, we will see everybody out on the trail soon, huh? This is awesome. Great to see everybody. And I actually have outro music. I'm going to play it for us as we say goodnight. This is crazy. We're doing good. All right, Curtis. Good to see you, my brother. Say hello to the family. Ladies and gentlemen out there in the chats, thank you so much for being here. Always love everyone's comments. If you get a chance, hit that like button. We'll see you all on the next episode. See ya.